Screensavers.com is, well, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. All right, you can go to the Answers and Tips page. This week, it's Antivirus Week. Learn how to feed a cold, starve a virus, stuff a Trojan horse, or, well, something like that. You can get yourself inoculated on the Answers and Tips page at thescreensavers.com. A big question for you. What exactly possesses someone to take a simple, ordinary, not quite ready for prime time household internet browsing appliance and tweak that puppy so that it actually runs Linux? Is it a thirst for knowledge? Is it a desperate need to hack into hardware? Ken Segler should know. He hacked an internet appliance called the Eye Opener, turned it into a fully functional Linux box running Mandrake. Welcome to Screensavers, Ken.
How you doing?
Pretty good. No, you know, you're huge. We've gotten a ton of email basically asking us exactly what's going on with the Eye Opener hack. How can I get Linux to run on it? You know, can I put it in my car? Can I put it in my house? So
it's a big thing.
So basically, the Eye Opener box, dedicated, it's a dedicated box designed for internet access, 56K modem built in there.
Yep.
And you went and you bought one, and you decided, you know, where did this come from that you had to run Linux on this thing?
Well, it came from seeing one at Circuit City. I thought it was a neat piece of hardware, and you can't buy anything like that for the price.
Sure.
And actually, the first one I bought was $299.
Uh-huh.
They dropped it down later to $99.
Uh-huh.
Excellent little piece of hardware. I mean, it's basically a notebook without the batteries.
Sure. So you got keyboard, mouse input, full LCD screen, and all the components in there. They actually popped it open and figured out that you could fit a hard drive in there?
Yeah.
Only it wasn't a regular EIDE cable, right?
No, they reversed the pins on the connector, so I had to make a special cable.
So how did you figure out that they reversed the pins on the connectors?
It took me about an hour of pinning it all out and comparing it with some notes off the internet, and there it was. I figured it out.
Step
Made a
by
cable,
step.
yeah.
So at that point, what did you do to decide to figure out how to run another operating system on it?
Yanked the drive out of my notebook, plugged it in to see if it was working, and booted Linux.
Nice.
And I was happy.
Very nice. So did you actually have to install the OS on the hard drive first?
Yeah, you have to install it prior to putting it in here because there's no floppy drive, no other input device.
Cool. So what are we running right now? Is this Mandrake on there?
Mandrake 7.
Very nice. And you said, I think you had the GIMP up and running on there,
Yeah,
right?
it's up here in the corner.
And
they're running.
Sweet. So people have actually used this for MP3 players in their home.
Oh, sticking them in their cars. There's some really nice setups. I've seen some nice mounts, nice setups in trucks. Really nice.
So it's basically a pretty self-contained unit for like...
Very small. They mount them in walls and houses.
Okay.
For house controllers.
Tell you what, should we flip it over, take a look at the back?
Let's take a look at this.
So here you can see what we got right here is, oops, me dropping wood. So we got the whole motherboard in here. So we got the processor,
right?
Regular SO-DIMM for the memory. Now, does you actually have a kit for this? Does that the kit help hold the hard drive on there?
Yeah, it's this aluminum bracket right here, this cable, and the mouse keyboard splitter, so you can run a standard mouse keyboard because theirs is
a little weak.
Yeah, very, more like very weak.
Very cool. And then, so this is all actually the connection through here, the power supply. So it basically runs off, you can actually run it off 12 volts off a car, can't you? Cool. So we flip that back over for a second? So at this point, as I open, I mean, there was some trouble with the folks from NetPliance actually letting, they get a little upset about this, right?
Yeah, it seems like, I don't know for sure, but they were holding back production of them, or they took a whole bunch of them back to modify them to be unhackable.
Okay.
And what they did to it added maybe 10 minutes to the hack.
So unhackable once again proves to be
about 10
give us another 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Very cool. So, you know, is tweaking devices like this, now we hear people talking about, you know, running Linux on PDAs, all sorts of other places. Do you think this whole, you know, upgrading hardware that really wasn't designed to be used as a computer, is that going to be a coming thing, or is it still going to be?
I think so. I mean, they're trying to get these electronic devices into all these other fields, and they succeed or not, who knows? But you know, if you can make it do what you want, run Linux, for example, it might have a better lifespan, I think.
So in this case, you know, the Eye Opener marketing model for you get a bad 56K browser for $30 a month. Now you can actually turn it into something fun.
You got a full-on machine.
Very cool. Are there any other products you're working on at this point, or any other projects?
I'm waiting to see what new ones come out. There's some new ones coming out. If I can get them, I'll do something with them. You know, if they let me have one, yeah.
Very cool. All right. Thanks for joining us, Ken. If you'd like more information on what's going on with the Eye Opener, hacking internet appliance, all sorts of good stuff, come on out to check Ken's website at www.linux-hacker.net. And don't forget to check out the article Ken wrote for us at thescreensavers.com. Thanks again, Ken. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Stay where you are. Still to come on this very show. Martin dredged up the ultimate CDRW drive, so get out your wallets and get ready to spend. We got a bunch of calls on the